Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive. This time we're taking a look at something a listener sent in and asked us to unpack manifesting money through guided meditation. Yeah, so we're going to try to figure this out together today.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating stuff and definitely seems to be getting more popular these days.
Right, so the listener sent us an article called Guided Meditation, Manifesting Money Out of Thin Air.
Okay.
And, when I first saw the title, I was like, money out of thin air. Right.
It sounds a little out there.
Yeah. But, I'm always open to exploring new ideas, so I'm really curious to dive into this and see what it's all about.
Yeah, it definitely fits into this larger trend we're seeing right now with mindfulness and alternative approaches to well-being.
Right.
And I think it makes sense that people are looking for ways to apply those ideas to their financial lives too.
Absolutely. So let's start by talking about the role of meditation in all of this. I can see how meditation could help with stress reduction, which could indirectly impact our financial decisions. But how does it actually help us manifest money?
Well, it's all about shifting your mindset. I mean, think about it. How often do you find yourself thinking things like, I'll never be rich, or money is always a struggle?
Oh, all the time. Especially when those bills start piling up.
Right. And the thing is, those thoughts, those beliefs about money, they can become self-fulfilling prophecies.
Meaning, if you believe money is hard to come by, you're more likely to make decisions that reinforce that belief.
Exactly. You might unconsciously avoid opportunities or sabotage yourself without even realizing it.
It's like we're putting up roadblocks to our own financial success.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to fill up a cup that's already full. You can pour in as much water as you want, but it's not going to go anywhere until you empty the cup first.
So how does guided meditation help us empty the cup, so to speak?
Well, guided meditation, it offers a really structured way to tap into our subconscious and start to reprogram those limiting beliefs that we've been talking about.
So it's not just about relaxing and clearing your mind.
It's more than that. It's about using that relaxed state to access those deeper levels of our minds where those beliefs are stored.
Okay, so it's like we're going in there and rewriting the script.
Exactly. And the article, it actually provides a specific guided meditation script for manifesting money, which I thought was really interesting.
Oh, wow. So it's not just theory. There are actual steps to follow.
Right, there's a clear process laid out, which I think makes it much more approachable, even if you're new to meditation.
That's great. I always feel a bit lost when it comes to meditation. Like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
But having a script, it gives you something to focus on, a guide to follow.
And the article also talks about creating a peaceful environment before starting meditation.
Yes, setting the stage is really important. It's about creating a space where you feel comfortable, relaxed, and open to receiving.
So dimming the lights, maybe lighting some candles.
Exactly. Think soft lighting, maybe some calming music, anything that helps you create that sense of peace and tranquility.
Maybe even some crystals if you're into that sort of thing.
Exactly. Whatever resonates with you and helps you create that sense of sacred space.
It's like you're setting the intention for abundance even before you start meditating.
Right. It's all about creating that alignment between your inner and outer world.
And speaking of intention, the article emphasizes setting a clear intention before you begin. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, intention is key when it comes to manifestation. It's like setting your GPS. You need to know where you want to go before you can start driving.
So it's about getting really clear about what you want to achieve through this practice.
Right. Do you want to attract a specific amount of money? Do you want to feel more financially secure? Do you want to manifest a new job or business opportunity? Whatever it is, get specific about what you want to bring into your life.
And I imagine that intention helps you stay focused during the meditation itself.
Absolutely. It's like a guiding star that keeps you on track.
Now, the article mentions using visualization during the meditation. Things like imagining a golden light representing abundance and opportunity. I have to admit, that sounds a little woo-woo to me. Is there any science behind this?
Well, it might sound a bit abstract, but there's actually a growing body of research on the power of visualization.
Really?
Yeah. When we visualize something vividly, our brains, they actually interpret it as a real experience. It triggers similar neural pathways and even physiological responses as if we were actually experiencing it.
Wow, that's fascinating. So even though we're not physically experiencing something, our brains are reacting as if we are.
Exactly. And that's why visualization can be such a powerful tool for change.
So when we visualize abundance, we're essentially training our brains to believe that abundance is possible.
Right. We're creating new neural pathways that support those beliefs, which can then influence our thoughts
visualizing a light help with manifesting money?
Well, it's all about symbolism. Think of the golden light as like this energy of abundance.
Hmm.
And as you breathe in, you imagine this light, it's expanding, it fills your whole being.
So it's like you're bathing in abundance.
Yeah, you're immersing yourself in that feeling.
Okay, and I remember the article also mentioned affirmations.
Right.
Can you give us like an example of what kind of affirmations are used in the script?
Yeah, so one of the key affirmations is, I am worthy of abundance. I am open to receiving money from unexpected sources.
That's pretty powerful. But, I could see how someone might get stuck just repeating those words without actually taking any action.
That's a good point. It's important to remember that guided meditation, affirmations, they're tools.
Right.
They can help create a more receptive mindset, but you still have to do the work.
So it's not like a magic spell.
Right, it's like planting a seed, you need to nurture it, you gotta water it, give it sunlight if you want it to grow.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it's about creating a synergy between your inner world and your actions in the real world.
Exactly.
Now, there was also this part in the article about visualizing specific scenarios, like receiving unexpected gifts or getting a bonus at work. What's the point of that?
So that part, it helps to break down those limiting beliefs about how money comes into your life. By visualizing yourself receiving money easily, effortlessly, from all these different sources, you're essentially expanding your capacity to receive.
So it's about opening yourself up to the possibility that money can come from anywhere.
Exactly. It's not just about working hard, it's about recognizing those opportunities when they present themselves.
And it's about believing that you deserve to receive those opportunities.
Exactly.
Now, one of the things that really stood out to me in the article was this image of money as a flowing river. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so visualizing money as a flowing river, it reinforces this idea that abundance is constant.
Okay.
It's not a finite resource, it's like this limitless energy that's always available to you.
It's like tapping into a universal flow.
Exactly. And the more you allow that river to flow, the more you realize how easy it can be for money to come into your life.
It's a really powerful image.
Yeah.
And I remember that the meditation ends with expressing gratitude for all that you have and all that you're about to receive.
Yes, gratitude is so important. It shifts your energy from a place of lack to a place of fullness.
Right. It's like you're acknowledging all the good that's already in your life.
Exactly. And by focusing on those things, you attract even more abundance.
Okay, so we've covered the golden light, the affirmations, the visualizations, the gratitude. What happens after the meditation?
Well, the article suggests taking some time to just reflect on the experience.
Okay.
Maybe journal about it, write down any insights that came up, how you're feeling.
So it's about really integrating the experience, making it more than just a mental exercise.
Right. It's about bringing those insights into your everyday life.
And the article also emphasized the importance of practicing this meditation regularly.
Yeah, consistency is key. Just like with any skill, it takes practice to get better.
So the more you meditate, the easier it becomes to shift your mindset and attract abundance.
Exactly. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes to align your thoughts and energy with financial well-being.
This is all very interesting. But I'm also wondering, are there any potential downsides or things to be cautious about when it comes to this practice?
That's a great question. Like any tool, it can be used in ways that are helpful or maybe not so helpful.
Okay.
One thing to watch out for is the tendency to bypass practical action.
Meaning, you can't just meditate your way to wealth.
Right. It's easy to get caught up in the visualizations and affirmations and forget that you still have to take action in the real world.
Right, it's not like you can just sit on your couch and visualize money raining down from the sky.
Yeah, exactly. It's about taking inspired action. Maybe after the meditation, you feel inspired to reach out to a potential client, or maybe you finally get started on that business plan you've been putting off.
So it's about using the meditation as a springboard for action.
Right. It's about aligning your energy with your goals.
Now, you mentioned that there are some potential downsides to this practice. What are some things that people should be cautious about?
Well, one thing is that it can sometimes lead to disillusionment. If someone doesn't see results right away, they might start to feel like it's not working.
Yeah, I can see that happening, especially if you're approaching it with a lot of desperation.
Right, and it's important to remember that everyone's journey is different. There's no guaranteed timeline for manifestation.
So patience is key.
Definitely. And it's also important to be wary of anyone
try and see what unfolds for you.
Approach it with an open mind and see where it takes you.
Exactly. It's your journey to create. And remember, the true wealth lies in the growth and the expanded awareness that you gain along the way.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah.